Alright lads, today we are going to be talking about the brand new resurrected version of KOKUTO. Now this character right here is very exciting because of what he actually has received. So let's just jump straight into this review talking about movie 4, KOKUTO, who did release around 3 or so years ago. So it's actually kind of crazy that he's actually still this good. Now before we do get into the video, massive shout out to Infamous over on YouTube for lending me this beast of a KOKUTO. This man has him at level 10 SP, 15, 15, 15. He's putting in the time and effort to work on this character. So if you want to go support him, go check out his channel because this video is only possible because of the KOKUTO that he has given me. So before this KOKUTO did get his resurrection, a lot of people already understood that he was the best movie character of the first original 4 rounds. So when we did see that movie characters were starting to get their resurrection, a lot of excitement was aimed at this character right here because of how good he is compared to the other characters, and he only needed one skill to be a top tier speed character, and that skill was Havoc. And lucky for us lads, that is the exact skill that he did get when getting resurrected. So before resurrecting, he did have the following skills: 20% bruiser, 5-second debilitator, 40% devastation, frenzy, 20% long reach, and sprinter +1. So you can see there the 2 skills he technically needed right here was Havoc and also a berserker. But lucky for us, it was either 50-50 on what he did get, and Caleb went with the best route of giving him Havoc 20% and also the same time upping his bruiser to 40%. So now he does even more NAD damage, which is actually pretty nice when you're not actually using your strong attacks, or when your strong attacks are on cooldown, you can use your NAD, and now you're doing that tad bit of extra damage, which we always gladly take. Now in terms of the soul trait he actually did pick up, it's another good one. He was already a 12% recharge, so upon resurrecting, he's now a strong attack recharge minus 12% link, plus strong attack damage plus 16%. So instead of getting Berserker plus 20% on his skills, he got Havoc instead, and at the same time, he also got 16% strong attack damage, which is basically the same thing, right? That 4% difference in strong attack damage isn't really going to make that much of a difference, but it does mean that this character is now been fixed. This is what we want from Resurrections. We want to see old characters get fixed and sometimes become a better character on the par of a lot of characters releasing nowadays, and that Havoc that he did pick up is absolutely huge for this character for the main reason because he already had the strong attacks. His strong attacks that he does have are pretty much the best strongs you can ask for, minus his third strong attack, which is still pretty good nonetheless. The damage you can always fix with Transcendence, so I'm very glad Caleb didn't go with the route of giving him 20% Berserker instead of giving him 20% Havoc, because the Havoc you can't fix with Transcendence. We need Caleb to give us that range to make him a good character, and the skills that he has now, just the Havoc alone, it makes him perfect. And the reason for this is again because of the strong attacks that he does have. Looking at his SA1, it is a lunge forward similar to a lot of other characters, more specifically Candice. If you played with her, it's the exact same strong attack one, a 570 radius lunge forward. It's a very good strong attack one, and the range on it is actually very nice, especially when using it in combat. Now as for its SA2, it was a 800 radius in front of him, so something that a lot of other characters have. This is basically the best SA2 you can ask for in the game, and he had it all the way back then. This is when that SA2 started to become a bit, not common, it was still very rare for characters to get it, but ones that did definitely outshone characters that didn't have it, and he does have that SA2, and now with the Havoc, it's a 960 in front of him. Again, pretty much the best SA2 you can ask for any character, outside of the fact that the 5th anniversary Byakuya has that SA2 plus a Vortex, so it's still essentially the best SA2 you can ask for in this game, and he has it. And it's absolutely amazing. And then as for his third strong attack, which is definitely the weakest part about his kit, but it doesn't ruin the character whatsoever, it is a Vacuum Vortex, very similar to the likes of Carnfield Grimjow and then also Machine Society Ruka. This SA you'd mainly want on a NAD character to suck everyone in, but for an SP character it still worked perfectly fine. I didn't have problems killing enemies with it, and at the most part it's still going to group everyone in, so if you want to do that extra bit of damage, let's say someone does survive, you can just combo that into your SA1. So for the most part, I very much do like this character's kit, and now with Havoc, he is literally, unironically, and I'm not joking about this, one of the best speed characters in the game. Better than potentially any speed character that came out this year, if memory serves me right. Like, he's actually a very good character. The only problems per se with this character is obviously because of how old he actually is. He does lack some resistances because they were only starting to become a thing at the time of his release. If that's a deal breaker for you, you might not like that, but for single player content, when most of the time you're not really getting hit and you're clearing content very easily, then he's actually a very good character for that. In fact, in one of the runs I did, I got around 42 second clear time, which again, just to keep in mind, this character came out like 3 years ago. That's actually very good. Like, that's faster than certain characters. So if you care about clear time, if you're one of those players that don't really care about anything else, but you only fixated on clear time, he's definitely one of the faster clearance speed characters in the game. Give him long stride 2 to make him even faster. That's a very well possibility for a lot of people out there, especially for fans that are fans of Kokuto naturally. Now, another bad thing about him, and this is again nitpicking, but I still think it is worth mentioning, is the fact that his SA1, his SA2, and his Nat Ring don't unfortunately inflict any kind of status augments. You know, for the most part, we're very used to every character in the game, when they do inflict status augments, especially recent characters, to be able to do that in all of their attacks. Kokuto, unfortunately, doesn't do that. So, it basically means that you're not going to really be inflicting any status augments. He's technically a character without some, but at least lucky for him, and this is the most important one, is his SA3. It does inflict weakening, and because it is a vortex type of move that does hit a lot of times, there is a pretty good chance that you are going to inflict a weakening on that SA3, and then also lucky for him, his Soul Bomb does inflict paralysis, which is the guaranteed status augment, right, because it is on his Soul Bomb. So for the most part, if you're in a boss stage, if you're in Senkomon, if you're in Guild Quest, if you're in Co-op, whenever you use that Soul Bomb, if it doesn't kill the boss, they're going to be paralyzed for 7 or so seconds. So, very good character here, lads. This is a very good resurrection. Like, if you're going to rank it out of 10, I would give this resurrection a 10 out of 10. All he needed was Havoc, and he got it, and that's perfect. And then K-Lab did go the extra mile to make him a very good speed link, to the point where now you can rock 3 hybrid resurrection links in the form of this Kokuto right here, the Movie 2 Toshiro, and then also the 2nd anniversary Ichigo, to get a good combination of recharge and also strong attack damage. So if you are someone that doesn't even want to use this card because you have, let's say, 5th anniversary Byakuya, then you don't need to use him, but you can do that, and you, at the very least, you can turn him into a very good link for your better speed characters out there. And again, when I say better speed characters, there's only a few characters out there that are actually better than this character because of how good his resurrection actually is. So if you are someone that is considering picking him up when he does get his character pack in less than 2 weeks time, I would say he's a character worth picking up. If you've never bought a character pack before, this is probably the best value you can get out of that, because not only is he a very good link, he's also a very good character, to the point where we might not see another resurrection like this for a couple of months time, maybe a year or two, until we start seeing 1000-year Blood War resurrections, which, you know, we don't know when that's going to happen because of how they've been doing the resurrection schedule, but hopefully it is sometime soon. But that being said, lads, that was the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy this character review on the newly resurrected Kokuto. Again, massive shout out to Infamous for giving me this character and giving me a decked out version of Kokuto to make the showcase even better for you lads today. Again, if you want to support him, go check out his channel. It will be linked in the description below. At the same time, lads, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this Kokuto? How are you feeling about him? Do you actually use him? Are you actually playing with him? Let me know. And also let me know if you are picking up his character pack in less than 2 weeks time, because I know I am. I'm definitely picking that up. I can't wait to use him as a link and also use him as a character and also get those juicy orbs from the new character pack. And with that said, I'll see you lads in the next one. Peace.